Pisces, welcome to your weekly reading. Let's get started and see what messages we have for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising positions for the week ahead. Keeping in mind that these are general readings and may not resonate for everyone. So make sure to check out your other placements because you could have messages there. Or if you would like a personal reading, you can find the link for that in the description below. All right, my friends, let's get started. Let's see, what is the current energy around Pisces for the week ahead? Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's see what messages you will receive here, Pisces. Ooh, okay. All right. Bottom of the deck is mending in reverse. Interesting. So something may have hurt your heart recently. Let's see here. We see breathe here and now. Okay, so Pisces right away, seeing that you may need to shake off whatever energy you're sitting in right now because you're not grounded in the present moment and you're needing to shake that off. This could be causing you to feel sort of an inertia where you're just at a standstill and you don't feel like doing anything, you know, and that might be because of something that happened in the past or something that you're worried about in the future, but you're definitely not grounded in the present moment right now, Pisces. You could be sort of looking at something and trying to decide how to heal it. Should you be fair? Should you look at cause and effect? Should you move towards something in sort of a predictable way, like the same way, or should you change it up? Perhaps by doing things in the same way that you've always done it, there was some sort of cause and effect loop that it was initiated, and now you find yourself sort of feeling some heartbreak, feeling that something is difficult to bring back into balance, something is difficult to bring back into mending or healing, and it's because you're thinking about the past or the future. Wherever you are right now in your mind, you're not in the present moment. And so seeing that breath card makes me think that you need to shake this off, especially seeing it in the reverse, that you need to ground. You need to go outside and ground. You know, you need to find a space where you can be grounded in the present moment, because when you're sort of drifting from the past or drifting into the future, you're not here, because the past and the future aren't real in the sense of that all you really have is today, this present moment. This is where you have power to make things change or do things differently. And when you're disconnected from the present moment, you're disconnected from your own power to change your reality. And so now is really all that counts, Pisces. So this is interesting. You're really being given sort of this message to act and focus on the now, to tune into that, because whatever you're focusing on, it's depleting you. Pisces, wherever you are, past or future, it's depleting you. I feel like it's past. I can't help but think it's past when I see that to be fair card. I can't help but think, and this mending card, I can't help but think that you're reliving something that was not fair. And it's taking you away from the present moment to be able to focus on what's happening in the right now. You know what I mean? I feel like you're stuck somewhere, and it feels like a past stuckness. And when I see what the cards are, when I part the deck, seeing that Seven of Wands kind of confirms to me that you're looking back. You're looking back, and it's changing your energy in the present moment because you're focused on the rear view mirror. You're looking back and sort of feeling insecure, maybe fear, maybe envy. You're looking back at a situation that broke your heart, and it somehow continues to break your heart in the present moment. Even though I feel like you've moved far away from this experience, it's still very much alive in your mind. Pisces, what's going on here? Two of Swords. Okay, so you're sort of at a place where you're standing in the way of yourself. because you keep thinking about a situation and wondering if it could have turned out differently, or if you actually received the best outcome potentially, seeing that. I think in general you're very emotionally fulfilled, but when you think about this situation, it turns on you. Things turn on you when you focus on this situation. Seeing the King of Pentacles with the High Priestess both in reverse, which tells me that, you know, you're at a place where you could be very emotionally fulfilled in the present moment, but because of this sort of thinking about the past, or for some of you the future, you put yourself, like I said, sort of in between yourself, right? Like you're in a rock and a hard place with this card here, and this is fear. This ultimately is a state of fear, even though I think that is a reflection of what this situation was like when it was happening. But you're now in a place in the present moment where you're actually very fulfilled emotionally, because I think you've gotten distance from this to some extent. But when I see the King of Pentacles there in reverse, that tells me that you could be overly focused on something that's not serving you. You could be sort of, again, that Seven of Wands we saw when I cut the deck, you could be comparing yourself to people and sort of feeling this idea that you need to seek more status. You need to seek more of something, and it's actually lowering your energy. So you need to sort of bring balance between the material and the spiritual. It's almost like whatever broke your heart makes you feel like you're not enough. And that initiates this between a rock and a hard place situation where you're not sure what to do, because actually in your present day, far away from all of this other stuff, you're pretty happy, I think. But it's like when you look back at the past, it almost feels like, you know what this feels like? It feels like someone who is looking at things that they have no reason to look at on the internet or on social media. Seeing what people are up to brings you down, Pisces. So why are you engaging in that exercise in the first place? That's very interesting. I feel like you're not quite over something, and so you're keeping it alive in some ways by looking at it, thinking about it, feeling that heartache again. And there's something here about hidden agendas and secrets, which is why I feel like you're looking back on social media to see what's really going on, when really you just need to trust your inner voice. You just need to trust your higher self. But it's, I think, because something sneaky is going on behind your back. But you know what? It's so far behind your back. Let it happen. Why are you still invested, right? That's that King of Pentacles in reverse. You're still invested in something that doesn't serve you. So you need to end that investment, because you have to remember in the present moment, you're happy. You're fulfilled in the present moment. When you don't think about this heartbreak, when you don't go looking for evidence that things are sort of still happening behind your back, I think you're happy. You know, you have found emotional fulfillment in your own experience. Now, on the bottom of the deck, we're seeing here the Page of Pentacles in reverse, which sort of confirms that idea that you're not truly committing to what's happening in the present moment. You're distracted, you're procrastinating, you're lacking that sort of motivation to keep moving forward on the path that you're on. You're doubting yourself. You know what I mean? You're almost needing to be more focused on where you're at in the present moment. And that's coming through for you in the Oracle cards and the Tarot cards. So stay here in the present where you have empowerment to do something. The past has happened, and it's almost like the storyline from the past. It's continuing, right? It's continuing wherever it is. But you don't have to be a part of that storyline anymore, Pisces. You can take that story and say, that's not my story. Yes, it's continuing. Yes, the parties involved in that story are still involved with each other or doing whatever they're doing. And I know there's that sort of, I think social media has opened up this idea of spying on people as being kind of normal, where we sort of look at each other on the internet to see what people are up to. And it's almost given that sort of tendency or pattern to look at things that you're not involved in anymore. And it creates this kind of underlying anxiety that keeps you in a story that's actually not your story, because once you turn your phone off or your computer off, you're back in the present moment. And this is what's real for you now. So really staying grounded in the present, my friend. Look at that. Page of Wands and the Ten of Swords. This ended and it was really painful, and you have so much opportunity for yourself here in the present moment. But it's almost like these are your options in your mind, is thinking about this and understanding what's going on in this dynamic in the present moment, or just focusing on yourself in the present moment and seeing that as a sign that you don't have to be involved in that past storyline anymore. It's really none of your business, unless you're there and you're involved in that storyline. Your business is what's happening in your present day. It's none of your business what's going on. And it's sort of that idea that even people's opinions of you are none of your business, because it has no bearing on you whatsoever. That's someone else's sort of judgment of you. So it's none of your business, And same thing for these storylines in the past. Now, this rock and a hard place situation is being clarified by the Five of Wands. So there's a lot of drama in this past storyline, and there's a lot of egos. It's ego city over there. So as you're leveling up, this brings you down. So that is a very powerful message, and I hope a confirmation if you've been wondering, why do I feel so low? Well, it's because you're still engaging in a situation that you're not a part of, and there's a lot of ego battles here, and this creates a dynamic where you start to compare yourself to people and judge yourself, and then that's either going to make you feel like you're better or worse, and both are illusions. So it's sort of like, keep your eyes on yourself in the present moment and keep working hard on your own path. There's the Eight of Pentacles on the Ten of Cups. So whatever you're doing right now, Pisces, in your present storyline is where you need to continue to focus and put effort. Stop putting effort into this story that is in the past. It doesn't matter what's going on. It doesn't matter what they're doing or thinking or saying or whatever. It's just going to drive you bonkers. And it's not even something that you are a part of anymore. Whatever this is, you're not a part of it. You've taken yourself out of it, and you need to sort of stay out of it, I think. Yeah, look at this. We're seeing the Nine of Cups with the Star card and the Page of Cups. And that's coming out to clarify this King of Pentacles in reverse. So whatever you're doing here, whatever characteristics you're embodying, where you're sort of overly focused on things that are bringing you down, there's your confirmation. It's a bummer. It's taking you out of emotional fulfillment and satisfaction and joy and bliss and sort of being intoxicated with joy. That is coming out, right? That is sort of leaking. You're leaking your own joy. And it's interesting because we see the Star card with the Page of Cups, and I think that you have the ability to heal this and release it. And that would be very transformative for you on an emotional level, because if you were able to sort of release this, I think you would see how much opportunity exists for you in the present moment, and that you don't need to focus on this past storyline and wonder what's going to happen. It doesn't matter. It's none of your business. I hope that doesn't sound too harsh, but it's none of your business. It's really not. It's not happening in your present storyline. You don't need to worry about it. You're not engaged in that. You can just let it go. And I know that it's hard when you feel like there's secrets and things happening behind your back. But if there are secrets and things hanging out or happening behind your back, that's not a place you need to even go. Keep moving forward. Let it all happen behind your back. Keep moving forward. High Priestess in reverse. Yeah, you got to walk away from something that's emotionally attached. Cut that cord. walk away. I know you're still hanging on because there's some part of you that wants to know what's going to happen, but it's all happening at a distance, I feel. It could be even happening at a physical distance, looking at all of these cards. I think it's bugging you, it's bugging you that there's something going on, and there is this nostalgia that you need to cut the cord to, Pisces. That's where you're going to find relief, is by letting this go and acknowledging that whatever happens, you have no control over it because it's not part of your present. It's part of your past. And yes, does it continue on into the present somewhere else for others? Of course, the storyline is continuing somewhere, but you're not a part of that story anymore. And maybe that's why there's a part of you that's like, but, I was such a big part of that story at one time, and it really hurt me, that story. But you know what? This card, when it shows up in the reverse, literally says, heartbreak is a strange healer of souls. Let this heartbreak be a healer for you. And this is 52. This is the end of the deck. So you're about to go on your own adventure in the present if you would focus on it. You just need to give your present storyline more focus than you're giving this past storyline. All right, to close this reading, what's the highest guidance for Pisces? Highest guidance for Pisces on this situation. Oh, courage and bravery. Yeah, courage, bravery, raise your vibration, and healing energy. So this is the thing. You have so much ability to change your reality when you're sitting in the present moment. So raise that vibration and tune into this healing energy, because I think it's going to take some courage and bravery in your mind anyway to let this go. And so do that. And look at what's on the bottom of the deck. Literally cut the cord is coming through. So Pisces, it's time to cut cords to this past situation. Allow the healing energy of heartbreak to set you free. Be courageous and brave to let go of the past and focus on the now, which will raise your vibration. And you will have so much more momentum because you'll be in the moment. All right, I'm going to leave it for that. Thank you so much for joining me for this reading, Pisces. And I look forward to reading for you again soon. And I'm sending you so much love, my friends. You got this. Cut those cords.